合唱。ナモアミダ仏。
ナモアミダ仏。
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 ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。Hello, and welcome to the Tri-State Denver Buddhist Temple's YouTube service for the February Shotsuki. All of our chanting comes from our Blue Denver service book, and if you don't have a copy of it, don't worry, because right below this video, there's a description, and in that description is a hyperlink to a PDF copy of the Blue Denver service book. Feel free to download it, print it, and share it with someone else. We're going to start off today with the chanting of Juseige. Juseige can be found on page 57 in the Blue Denver service book. We are then going to have a reading of the Three Treasures. The Three Treasures will be read by Sensei Frank Miyazawa and can be found on page 108 in the Blue Denver service book. We'll then have a reading of the Shotsuki names for the month of February. And then, it's Birthday Sunday, and so a special birthday surprise for all of our February birthday havers. Finally, we'll have a Dharma talk in English. Thank you so much for joining us here in the month of February, and we can't wait to see you in March. So please, stay safe, stay well, and stay happy. And always, keep the Nembutsu in your heart.
Juseige. Gagon chosegan Hishimu jodo Shigan fumanzo Seifu josho ga Gao muryoko Fui dai seshu Usai shobingu Seifu josho ga Gashi jobundo Myosho chojipo Kukyo mishomon Seifu josho ga Ryokujin shonen Joe shubongyo Shigumu jodo Isho teninshi Jinrikien daiko Fusho musaido Shoujo sankumyo Kosai shuyakunan Kaihi chiegen Meshi konmoan Eisoku shoakudo Tsudanzen shumon Kosojo manzo Iyorojipo Nichigan shujuki Tenko onfugen Ishu 解放像公正功徳法上大集中説法ししく供養一切分具足修徳本元年心上満徳一三概要如無無下知通達未不詳願学へり投資最小損志願や交換大戦の感動国書天に東鎮妙慶ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナ願にしく読平等聖祭道本母大心往生ナモ阿弥陀仏。
ナモ阿弥陀仏。
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 ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。
Hard is it to be born into human form. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and become aware of his supreme teaching. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depths of his doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in the life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha.
Hello, everyone. Today's service, we are observing the February Shotsuki. The Shotsuki service is a once-monthly service where we honor those who have passed away in any given month. I will now read the Shotsuki list for February, and at this time, if you would like or are able, you may burn incense or do oshoko at your home butsudan. Yoshimi Kinoshita, Hatsuyo Miyamoto, Katsusabaro Fuji, Rose Tanoe, Tepper Mark Koga, Yoshio Harmon Arakawa, James H. Mizuno, George K. Yago, Charles Matsubara, Tom Yamashita, Kunio Osaki. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo. So today, since it is the end of the month, we are also observing Birthday Sunday. So for all those who have a birthday in the month of February, this one's for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy birthday! Woo.
Hello, everyone. We're now going to have our Dharma talk for the February Shotsuki service 2021 here at Tri-State Denver Buddhist Temple. Can you please join me in Gasho as I read from the Gobunsho, the letters of Renyo Shonin. On hunting and fishing. First, realizing the settled mind in our tradition does not mean that we put a stop to our mind's evil or to the rising of delusions and attachments. Simply carry on your trade or position of service, hunt and fish. For when we realize deeply that Amida Tathagata's primal vow promises to save such worthless beings as ourselves, confused morning and evening by evil karma, when we single-heartedly, without any double-mindedness, rely on the compassionate vow of one Buddha Amida. And when in sincere faith is awakened in us with the realization that Amida saves us, then, without fail, we partake in the Tathagata's saving work. Beyond this, when there is a question as to with what understanding we should say the Nembutsu, the answer is that we are to say the Nembutsu as long as we live, realizing that it is in gratitude, in return for the gracious benevolence that saves us by giving us the power of entrusting, through which our birth is assured. Those who do this are called practitioners of faith, in whom the settled mind of our tradition is established. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Amida Buddha. So I picked this because I've been having a conversation with Reverend Amada lately. And I asked him, so Reverend Amada, have you ever gone hunting? And he answered promptly no. And so then I was like, oh, I wonder if there's anyone else in the temple here that goes hunting. So I texted a couple people in the Sangha and I was like, hey, do you ever go hunting? Like, what do you guys think about going hunting antelope and everything? And kind of the response I got back was, hey, sensei, you're Buddhist. You're not supposed to hunt. And I was like, wait, what? Why do you think that? Well, and there's a general perception within the United States that Buddhists don't hunt, that Buddhists don't fish. And there's actually some understanding and merit to this idea. Is within certain sects of Buddhism, you wouldn't want to do something like hunting or fishing because you're trying to, of your own power, build merit in order to reach enlightenment. This self-powered path is extremely valid and is part of a majority of Buddhist traditions. However, it is not the story of Jodo Shinshu. So, as a Jodo Shinshu Buddhist, can I hunt and fish? Well, Renyo says yes. So, as a child, growing up in New Mexico and brief periods of my life in Oregon, Washington, and California, my family hunted and fished quite regularly. This is probably a twofold reason. I mean, different points of our time when as I was really young, my parents were very young. And I think it probably helped us financially because meat is expensive. And so going out and getting a deer or an elk, put meat in the freezer for the year. And it wasn't just that, it was communing with the outdoors, being part of nature, and going and fulfilling for what my family is a family tradition. I killed my first elk at the age of 14. And I did it with my great-grandfather's rifle. And so for me, this killing of an elk, and it was a big cow elk outside of the town of Tres Piedras, New Mexico, was not only to put food on my family's table, and we ate from that elk for almost 2 years, but was also a continuation of the traditions of my family. Obviously using the rifle, which was given to me by my father and who had been given to him by his grandfather. And so we come back around to this idea is, my parents are not Jodo Shinshu. I'm a convert. And so for them within their faith structure, this is not a big deal. But for me, is this a big deal? Why should I not hunt? Or should I hunt? Why should I not fish or should I fish? Some of the best memories I have with my family are going crabbing and going salmon fishing in the Puget Sound, doing stream fishing in the Pecos River in the mountains, the Sangre de Cristo Mountains of New Mexico, fishing near Farmington, New Mexico, below Aztec Reservoir. It's just amazing. But should I not do this? Well, so Renyo addresses it this way. Renyo says, simply carry on your trade or position of service, hunt and fish. So Renyo says, go ahead and hunt and fish. And this is quite contradictory to a Buddhist belief of the time. Because a majority of Buddhists, especially Buddhist priests, monks and nuns, in Japan, they eat something called shojin ryori. And shojin ryori is Buddhist food, temple food. And it basically is mostly soy, root vegetables, things like that. So I got the chance this last time I was in Japan to go to Koyasan and visit a Shingon monastery. And there I ate shojin ryori. And it was amazing. And it was mushrooms and carrots and peppers and no onions. And the best tofu I've ever had. It's like this peanut tofu. It was absolutely amazing. And no animal. No fish, no nothing. Really good natto, too. If you're a natto fan, I'm a huge natto fan. I know that other people aren't. But I think it's great. The stringiness, the smell, mixing it with a little bit of raw egg. Oh, it's so good. And I'm sure 3 of you have just gotten ill at your computer, and so I deeply apologize, but you just got to feel the natto. It's great. So why are these Shingon Buddhists eating only vegetables? For them, they're on a path where they're building their merit by chanting sutras, by transambulating around a statue of Amida Buddha, by doing service to others, by working. So a merit can be built for them by cooking for other monks. A merit can be built for them by going on a huge, long pilgrimage. It can be built in many different ways. For us, we don't build merit to be born in the Pure Land of our own self. We do it by looking straight to Amida Buddha and saying, I'm really foolish. I have the 3 poisons. I have greed, anger, and ignorance. I am incapable of living a life of the mendicant. I am incapable of living a life in deep contemplation. I live here and now. And so what Renyo tells and advises those of us who are foolish, like myself, is have sincere faith. Ichinen no shin. Singular heart of faith. The one heart, single, ichi. Believe in this one thing. Look to Amida Buddha, and just to Amida Buddha, and say, Namo Amida Butsu. 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 And in this, we're looking to Amida, and we're answering the call from Amida, saying, take refuge in me. And I say, Amida, I take refuge in you. And I do it without reservation because I know that I can't do it of myself. And so this is then a deep aspect of self-reflection. I understand that I am confused both morning and evening by my evil karma. And this isn't evil like I'm going to go kill a bunny, although in this context maybe I am. But it's evil in that I cannot rid myself of the earthly passions that we live in every day. I cannot form a non-discriminative mind. I walk around and look around and I make discriminations constantly. I like this more than I like that. I enjoy this band more than I enjoy that band. I am not sad that Daft Punk broke up. But I am super psyched that Flogging Molly will be playing a St. Paddy's Day concert on the 17th. So for me, like, these are my discriminative minds. And I have to imagine Shakyamuni Buddha would be equally both psyched and not psyched for both of those things. I'm not that person. I have ignorance, as I've been told by my friends. I have greed, because I want to go do things. And I have anger, because I have anger. I get unhappy about things. I dislike things. I disagree with people, and it rises up passions in me. And these are my blind passions. And I have to eat and survive. I'm not the person that's going to get other people to cook for me. And so instead, I will go out and take the life of another animal. A fish, a rabbit, an elk, an antelope, an ibex. Not an elephant, because I'm not a monster. But these are my causes and conditions, and these are my karma. And I'm confused by them every morning because I want to be a better person, and I can't. And so what Renyo tells me, rely on the compassionate vow. Rely on Amida Buddha. Live your life and know that you are forever and always embraced by the vow, by the lights, coming through the darkness that is your evil karma, your dark karma, the thing which clouds your mind. When you fully and utterly entrust yourself in Amida Buddha, you have this moment of clarity, shinjin, true entrustment, true faith. And when you do that for a moment, your eyes become open and you may see the world the way Amida does, but you instantly realize how important this oneness of faith is. And this Nembutsu, the calling practice of Amida Buddha, and the infinite merit storehouse that is open for you, so that you don't have to do this on your own. Renyo finishes by saying, beyond this, when there's a question as to what understanding we should say the Nembutsu, we are to say the Nembutsu as long as we live. Realizing that in gratitude, in return for this gracious benevolence that saves us by giving us the power of entrusting, through this, our birth in the Pure Land is assured. So, I'll probably go hunting again in my life. I'll probably go fishing. I like fresh salmon. I will teach my children how to hunt and fish because they are of this world. And I will know the whole time that this probably is building up in my evil karma. Because I am a Bombu being. I am a being of evil and blind passions. And that is okay because I am accepted as I am, who I am, no matter where I came from. Sono Mama de. I am good. And as long as I look to Amida Buddha and say, Namo Amida Butsu, and do it from here, singling my heart without worrying about the other aspects, I will be born in the Pure Land. And from there, I can achieve actual work. So, if anyone wants to go hunting or fishing, please let me know. We'll try to make some time. I can show you my great-grandfather's cool rifle that he gave me. And we can enjoy a meal together when all this is over. But first, we'll start off with the Nembutsu. So please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda.